Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of The Darkest Hour. Tonight is episode 43, featuring a legend by the name of Lindstrom, our first EU guest. Pretty sure, anyway. Let's go say hi to the boys and see how they're doing. What up, boys?
Going on.
Good to see you, gents. It took us a couple days. This is our third try.
Yep.
But here we
Almost
are.
Fourth.
Yeah, exactly. Almost fourth, but Donnie's, I don't know, MIA. He said he was feeling kind of sick or something, so he could be hopped up on fucking painkillers or cough meds and passed out. So we'll give him a little bit of shit, but really it's just, you know, that's how it goes. If the guy's sick, he's sick. We'll catch him next week. But yeah, Lindstrom, thanks for being patient with us as we figured out time zones and how, you know, time works on this planet. I know it's super late for you. What time is it for you?
3 a.m.
Jesus. Okay.
It's fine.
Are you
He's
on?
a degenerate. He's always up late.
Yeah, I was about to say you're on those degen hours then. Okay. What time do you usually sleep?
Schedule. Oh, like 6 a.m., 5 a.m. something.
Jesus.
Wow. Okay. The vampire mode. Cool. Jay, how are you?
Good. A little eepy.
Eepy?
Yep.
What does that mean?
Just a little sleepy.
Eepy means sleepy. Oh, okay.
Yeah, bro. You don't know the 7TV emote? The little cat, the little kitten on the coffee mug. Oh, God.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even know that.
I didn't know the
Jesus.
letters associated, but yes, I've seen the image before. Yeah. So the grind's going well.
Yeah, it's good. Been doing like One Life 3-mans. It's pretty fun.
Nice. Okay. I mean, you're so good at the game, you can afford to do that. Meanwhile, I'm in Struggle City. Speaking of grind, Lindstrom, you were not on the grind. We were just kind of giving you shit for getting partnership and then just not streaming anymore. What the hell is up with that? Give us your content creation background and all that stuff, and tell us why you're not streaming.
So I started early in the playtests, and I gained some traction for like spamming bosses and getting all the name weapons, like knowing all the mechanics, being pretty good at the game.
Mm-hmm.
Continued when EA released. I was just like had ended my like summer job, so I had time to stream, and I focused very hard on like everyday grinding the leaderboard, getting up there, and it worked out. So I got partner. Game kind of went in a direction where I didn't want it to, and I don't enjoy it as much right now.
Why?
Interesting. Yeah. I was gonna say follow-up question. Like, what direction did it go in that you don't like, and why?
So I think there's a lot of issues with people from other regions right now on EU servers, and
Yeah, that's true.
Same with NA.
a lot of other people you competed with if you were good at the game, like the teams you always like fighting and like having interesting moments with that actually like had good gear and were good at the game, they basically quit and are waiting for more content. And I don't think this content pass was big enough for people to come back.
Yeah, we kind of agreed that this last patch was barely a content patch anyway. It was a systems patch more than anything. I think the real content patch is coming soon. That's all I can say.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Yeah, who knows? We'll see. I mean, that's fair. When was the last time you played? Has it been weeks, months?
No, that was recently, like 3 days ago.
Oh, shit. Okay, so you're dabbling a little bit. Are you still a full-on ranger, or what do you gravitate towards when you get on?
I just play what's broken, so wasted.
Okay.
Wow. Okay, that's why you're good. Okay.
I'm a meta slave.
Okay, well, the meta right now is
I respect
ranged. It's full range. The game is just, I'm loving it. And I'm actually playing Wizard, which is crazy. I never thought I would fucking say that, but I realized as a boomer with no aim, because my skills are long behind me, I peaked at Halo 2, that AoE fireballs and hit scan spells like Zap are way easier to land than arrows. So I'm fucking playing Wizard and getting kills. And if some jackass rushes me, I fucking get down and get my eagle on and blast him with magic missiles. And you know what? That strat works. Yeah.
Don't get me started with the missiles. Holy. It's an
Yeah.
instant cast fucking
shit's
machine
weak.
gun. 50 cal
Problem.
machine gun instant cast.
What's wrong with that? I don't see an issue.
It's kind of fun. It's once you get some gear on. I had never played Wizard with gear until now because you can just go into High Roller and find loot in like one room. You know, you clear one room and you're half geared. So now I know what it feels like to actually have plus magic damage and knowledge and will and shit like that. And it's good. And yeah, as a slightly above average player, yeah, it's so broken that yes, even I am getting kills. So that's nice. It feels good, man.
Wizard's fucking easy. You need like 3 spells to kill a whole team, dude.
Yeah, I run Fireball, Lightning Strike, Zap, Magic Missile, and Invis. I was thinking about dropping.
Don't play 10 spell.
No, not at all. You kidding me? I haven't even my crew and I haven't even attempted a boss kill in like a month and a half. Like we're getting dumpstered. That's how bad it is for us. Yeah. It's pretty bad. If there's better spells to take, let me know. I just got into Wizard a couple of days ago and I'm loving it. So if I need
10 spell.
Take 10 spell
is the way right now.
You have
like
to try
always
it.
has
Yeah.
been.
Okay, so 10
if you
spell.
get used to it, you're gonna be 10 times more impactful.
Interesting. Yep. Okay. And then would you say if I was going to play 5 spell though, would you drop Lightning Strike and switch it out with haste?
You keep haste in this and you have Lightning Strike as well.
Oh.
You can kind of flex it, but
yeah, the thing I usually drop right now is Explosion. It's still very good, but you definitely need Light Orb, need Slow, Lightning Strike, Chain Lightning.
Damn. All right. I'm doing it wrong. Holy fuck.
Ignite is one of the most useless spells you can have.
What is, sorry?
Ignite, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah. I don't run that. Yeah, someone mentioned muscle memory for 10 spell. Honestly, after playing Bard and like switching to your utility slots and double music, it's not that bad. You know, it's way easier than Bard, and I was maining Bard for a while. And yeah, someone said it's sad that I'm not doing bosses with ease, and it's because of like I can go in and solo on a Warlock and kill the Lich. It's my teammates. I mean, I hate to say that, but I'll throw my friends under the bus. Fuck it. If you don't have a good group that's competent, you're not going to kill bosses.
Someone go watch a goddamn YouTube video. You kidding me?
Yeah, I mean, I know exactly how to kill all the bosses. I've dumpstered the Warlord a couple times. I know what to do. But when you play with people that can hit heals and shit, it's like, all right, well. even in PvP,
a long second for them, dude.
Yeah, you know? I love my friends though, so I don't want to give them too much shit. But yeah, if you're the only competent player that knows how to like kill a boss, and you can't even survive long enough to get to the boss, ouch. And I rotate out probably like 10 people, and well, maybe not 10, maybe like six folks that I play with, and I don't know, we're noobs as a group, so it sucks. But yeah, I mean, like my new dungeon master Wiko, he's awesome. I love that guy, but he's never really ever bossed before, so it's just like we can't even like attempt Ghost King. Yeah, so it's okay. Lindstrom, I wanted to ask, what does it feel like having your own fucking weapon in the pregame lobbies? Do you ever just walk up to the table where your recurve bow is and just stroke it and just stare at it?
Oh my god.
You start pointing, you find someone, you hold your hands up, point toward the weapon, go over to it. They're like, oh.
No fucking shit. Is that what you do? You emote, point at it, and then you like do the cutthroat shit?
Basically, yeah. It's very cool.
Are you the best dad player in Sweden?
I'll have to give it to Nevix.
Oh, humble. Okay. So you were throwing your cock down on the table in the pregame lobbies, but humble enough to admit that there might be a better guy in Sweden. I respect that.
I'll second that one, dude. Nevix is better,
100%. Shots fired. We need a one-on-one scenario. So where would you like to see the game go? What sort of changes would you like to see? What kind of content would you like to see to resurrect your interest and love for the game? Because obviously you like the game. That's how you got partnered on Twitch. You spent a lot of time in it. You became really good at it. You didn't play test the game for no reason, right? So what has to happen to get Lindstrom back into the dungeon, terrorizing other players?
I think we need more
Bow
players.
buff.
So bow buff. I think Rangers is still in a good spot, but Wizards just doing the same job as Ranger does, but way better and can kill every class very easily. But Ranger has to like, I don't know, giga focus or like outplay super hard or something.
Or just
But-
lay traps?
Yeah, the traps. It's a very campy and boring play style, so I barely use traps ever.
Yeah.
But I think what has to happen is they need to release more content. I don't know what they're gonna do about China coming on our servers, because usually when they are on our server, they're playing on 300 ping, and somehow they're still winning, right? So they're usually using cheats like ESP, or they're teaming or spectating for each other, which
Yep.
has been confirmed by Grayson to be allowed apparently. Like it's
What?
not a bannable offense to spectate for others
That's
to
true.
kill yourself in the game.
They
or
should
That's
just
right.
remove it.
They should remove spectating outside of your own team. I agree.
Yes, and I think
Oh.
the lobby also needs like removing overall, because people can join a high roller game with 0 entry fee and scout the entire lobby, and if there's no one with good enough gear, they can just leave. And if there is someone, they tell their friends to join and they spectate for them and gain an advantage that way.
Or if you just
there's
join the
competitions.
lobby last, then you don't get a chance to scout at all. And it's whoever gets luck. The first few people lucky enough to join the lobby, they get all the scouting. Honestly,
Here's a hot one.
Yeah.
Remove the pregame lobby.
Oh yes.
Yes, I
There you
agree.
go.
I completely agree.
I like it, but like it's probably for the better, I would imagine.
I'd sacrifice seeing my bow there to just get in a game without scouters and
Oh,
teamers
true,
and
yeah.
spectators.
Well, there's some changes you could make, right? Like I mentioned this, I don't know which episode, but recently, that they could just go back to those like the moon boxes. Remember, like in the playtest, we were like in like a space box or whatever, and you could like see people in the distance, but you couldn't leave your little cube. And it was like in space, and it
Yep.
was like whales and shit swimming around. I can't remember what it looked like, but if they just brought that back, it'd be fine. And if they brought back a social hub tavern where you could then go in and like talk to people out of going into an actual dungeon for a run, and then see your recurve bow on a table or something like that, or pet auto or whatever the fuck you want to do, that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
Why not
that'd be
have a
perfect.
social tavern hub where 20 people can go in there and talk and keep people in the little blue cubes for pregame lobbies? I don't know. I
The
feel
only
like that would
problem
work.
I see with the cubes is you can still somewhat see if people are geared, and people with ESP or Warlocks, they can still see exactly what you have on.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
that's just a cheating issue, but yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
think
once
players
if
remove-
someone's using a cheat, once they get in the lobby, it doesn't matter anyway. They're still cheating inside the game, right?
Yeah, it's just like you're preventing them from actually like 100% getting in your game because they can scout with 0 entry fee.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So just like remove the pre-game lobby and make like a hub where you can join and talk, or like emote, like see the weapons, like the stats, whatever. There's still like the like Lich leaderboard, and the Ghost King is not added anymore, but you can see who like got number one on the leaderboard as well
Hmm.
in the lobby.
Yeah, I mean, I have to agree with all of that for sure. What sort of content? I mean, you're talking about like some important changes to combat cheating and scouting and bullshittery, but what about content changes? What do you want to see added to the game in terms of additional questing or crafting, additional bosses or maps? What if you had a dream list? What would it be?
Yeah, basically everything that's been mentioned before, with like the higher like group size PvE, and like more random spawns and random drops, like 0.1% drops, 0.1% mob spawn, like a goblin dropping some insane loot that
Rare
has a
spawns
very
and
low
stuff.
chance
Yeah.
of spawning.
Yeah, rare spawns seem like such a easy go-to like content thing. I'm kind of surprised I haven't done anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, they already have goblins in the game because of goblin caves, duh. So why not just have like a gold-skinned goblin with a sack on his bag that runs around the crypts once every 100 games if you get lucky enough to see it, you know? 1% chance. And then I think Sobad said that maybe very, very rarely you see like you hear a portal stone pop up, but it's not red or blue, it's gold or green or something like that, and it leads you to a special treasure hoard room. And maybe you get like a gold pile you can loot 5 times and then leave. Or maybe there's like a little mini boss, and if you kill it, you get a small gold pile that you can loot or something like that. I think it'd be really fun. As long as it was super rare. Oh, was it Repos that said that? I think Sobad and Repos said that. Okay.
Someone mentioned like a golden portal to go into some high loot area. So
yeah, it was one of those two or both of them that said that, and they're both right. I think that'd be really fun. But at the same time, it's like 30 Korean dudes that just moved into a new office. They're just now getting money. They're fighting a lawsuit against a behemoth fucking shitty company, Nexon. They're dealing with all this crap, and they have to hire, and they need to plan all this out, and it's slow going. I mean, coding and game dev is hard as fuck. As you add more shit, entropy rises, more shit goes wrong, more bugs pop up, more issues can occur, and you have to go back and fix that shit and troubleshoot, and then add more, and then go back and troubleshoot again, and it's just a lot. So I feel for them in that regard. I think it's going to be a while before we see something like a loot goblin or a fucking cow level or something like that, you know?
You think it would take a while? I don't see why I couldn't, you know.
Well, I mean, what do you think is more important, both of you guys? A few more maps and all the classes coming out and like the training tree, or cool little randomized event shit like the cow level? And I know cow level's not gonna be in the game, folks. It's just an example because of Diablo. Or a fucking loot goblin. They're gonna get all the classes out first, right?
I think with this low, like the player numbers are pretty low right now, and adding more maps and splitting more queues is not good right now until they have more of a player base again, or a wipe happens or something.
Well, they are going to come out. They did announce that they're going to have solo, duo, and trio queues in any map. So if you think PUBG, where you just go in solo or as a duo or a trio or as a quad, you can just queue up for any of the maps. I think that's great. So the queues are going to be split anyway between solos, duos, and trios soon anyway. So I don't think more maps matter, especially if there's a choose random map button as well. And there's also like 10 to 15,000 players, which is pretty fucking good for an indie game. So I don't think it's like there should be a fear of lack of players. If anything, the fear they should be worrying about is an MMR system that sees really low skilled players and really high skilled players not having enough people to play against, and the middle class always having full lobbies. That's an issue, but splitting queues on like something like solos, duos, and trios, I don't think is an issue. That's just my opinion.
They tested, but that's an 18-way split, so it'd be interesting.
It's up to the test,
We'll
I
have to
think.
see.
I think the MMR system was somewhat of, like, I don't know if they disabled it now, but I don't think it needs to be in the game.
Yeah, they changed it up today, and like the lobbies have been fairly dead.
Yeah, like, what do you think it was? What do you think the changes were? Obviously, they're not telling us what they did, but what do you think?
Probably made it stricter.
Yeah,
I'd guess.
It's like it's not really a competitive game. You don't always want to be fighting. Like, it's hard when people get to the highest ranks and they get wiped one time. It's super hard to re-gear and fight the people with the insane gear, like just perma scaling, because they're like killing everyone in their elo, and they just have to re-queue like naked, especially early in the wipe.
Yeah.
Right. So Donnie always asks the question: if you were in charge of the roadmap and you were leading the charge at Iron Mace, what would be the next thing you would develop and iterate and add to the game?
Probably the skill trees and druid.
What do you think about their skill tree idea, which originally it was you have to level up the current perks and skills that we have. They'd be in weaker forms, and you have to level them up to the current way that they are. So like for instance, Blow of Corruption is, plus 15 magic damage, right? And 70% less healing over 15 seconds or 12 seconds or something. It would start off with like 5 magic and 30% healing reduction. And then you'd level it up to 10 and 50. And then you'd level it up again to 15 and 70. What do you think about that idea?
I think I'll just let them cook with that like skill tree whole thing. Like I don't really mind what it turns into. I think it's gonna be good either way. I don't really know what else to say about that.
Okay. So as a WoW player, do you like the talent system in Classic and World of Warcraft in general?
Yes, but I see some problems with the like 1% chance to incapacitate enemy or some shit like that in PvP. Like some talents being ultra RNG based that can just change the fight because you get lucky.
Yep.
Sure. I mean, that's if Iron Mace is going to create some sort of system like the WoW talent tree, I would hope they wouldn't have some like lame, weird RNG based procs and stuff like that. I would hope.
Yeah, it's pretty against how the game is. Like,
yeah,
currently.
I don't think they would even add those kind of talents in. But I would hope that they would do WoW style talent trees, where essentially you're subclassing, right? Like you're choosing what kind of wizard you want to be: lightning, fire, ice, or do you want to be a full-on tank barb, or do you want to be a speed demon that hits hard but dies quick? It'd be really great to see that instead of the original plan that they had, but that's just my opinion. I've also beat that horse to death and have talked about this a lot. But I just I don't know. I really hope they change their mind on the training. I don't know if did they ever confirm? I've asked this before, I know, but did they confirm they were changing it? Have they mentioned it again? Do you know, Jay?
Terrence just said that one time that they were looking at WoW talent trees more.
That's all? Okay, I don't know if they had mentioned anything else.
I don't know what that means, so who knows?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I said it a million times. I don't know about the whole multi-class versus subclass. I think it's kind of a you're opening Pandora's box in multi-classing for sure.
Well, I understand why they would want to do it, just from a design, like an ease of design perspective, because all the classes have perks and abilities, right? So all you have to do is repurpose combine them. Yeah, so you don't have to worry about making a bunch of new talents and new perks that can be unlocked in the talent tree and new actives that can be unlocked. You just have to allow the fighter to take rage,
Well, why can't they just do both, Why can't they have multi-class and subclass? Even then, at least just start with one, but start with the easier one, right?
Yeah, I think the easier one would be multi-classing, and then obviously they'd have to get creative and actually brainstorm what those new perks and abilities and talents would be. So I get that in that regard, but I'm a little nervous about multi-classing, just straight up. I mean, as a meta slave, Lindstrom, would you be excited about multi-classing and being able to put, barb perks and skills on a fighter, or rogue stuff on a ranger, etc.?
Yeah, that would be cool. Like, I like changes to the meta, and every changes you have to learn new stuff and figure out like what's good and stuff. So,
do you like?
Yeah, it would shake up the game quite a bit, huh?
Yes, it would, absolutely. Do you like shaping the meta, or are you a copycat?
We've usually been shaping the meta.
All right, look at this guy. Okay, shaping the meta over here. All right,
but that's just because like Nevix is so like into figuring everything out. I can just sit there for hours and hours, like, is this one better? Oh, I don't see anyone using this, but I'm gonna make it good and stuff like that.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
What do you think about this pending ice map that potentially will have no Dark Swarm? Are you a Dark Swarm fan, or are you excited about the prospect of a non-Dark Swarm map?
And a dragon boss.
And a fucking dragon boss. Hell yeah. I'm stoked for that.
I don't really know how that will play without a Dark Swarm.
Those lobbies gotta be dead as fuck. Let's be honest. No Swarm.
You think a no Swarm map will have no players on it?
It's just gonna be so spread out. You're like, you'd have to go like out of your way to hunt people down. I think
it allows people to hide so much. Like you already have. I don't like the fact that they have static red portals right now, that they're infinite use as well. So everyone can just get into red portals without even being seen a single time, hiding out in the storm.
Yep.
Well, to be fair, we don't know how big the map is going to be or what the player count will be on the map. So those are just assumptions without data or knowledge of what it will be. So they could have a map the size of Crypts, but put 32 motherfuckers in there. You never know. You
Fuck, I hope.
That would be amazing. That would be so fun. And I tell you what, as soon as there's a map that I can run around and explore in without having to worry about the Dark Swarm and shit like that, I'm going to play that. I can't wait. I want more time in the dungeon. I want to explore more and loot more and find more people and enjoy myself more without having to get chased by the Swarm. Not that the Swarm's that hard. Don't get me wrong. It's not that bad. I just find it to be annoying at this point. I'm just a little over it.
Would be really nice if they set up that testing server and then tried out something like that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it got received and how people played and stuff.
Yeah, the way I kind of envision the ice map without Dark Swarm is it's a 20-minute timer, just throwing out a random number. I don't know if that's going to be the case, folks. But let's say it's 20 minutes, and at the end of the 20 minutes, you just freeze to death and turn to a block of ice, and the raid ends, a la Tarkov. That's it. There's no Dark Swarm. You just get too cold to continue, and you turn to ice. Bam. Raid's over. I think that'd be sick.
Yeah.
I definitely try it out.
They could do the nine realms take where they said if you like die, your body freezes in place, and if it's unlooted, then like the next game you spawn in, like your body spawns in.
Really?
People can loot you and they can find you dead. Yeah, you
What?
ever heard about 9 realms?
Oh, I definitely know about it, but I did not know that. That's a fucking cool system.
Pretty interesting.
I think it's kind of cool.
Crazy gear.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, some noob will have a come up. I think that's actually kind of sick.
That's how a lot of the fights end. Like very last zone fighting, people die, lose like name weapons to the storm. No one gets to loot it.
What's your favorite named item, Lindstrom?
I'd just say the best one, Viola.
You think that's the best one, really?
Yeah.
It's good. The slow is amazing. You can trivialize the troll fight, for instance.
I don't get it. What's so good about Viola other than slowing down? Is that the whole point?
That's it, I think.
It slows them, deals magic damage, slows their action speed.
I guess a poison weapon rogue could kick ass with that, right? Potentially, yeah.
I don't know if you would want to run poison weapon with Viola.
No?
Well, no.
I don't really play rogue.
Even
so
Bard giga scales right now, so when you have insane gear plus that Viola, you're like unkillable.
Yeah, it's probably disgusting.
And you can stick on people so hard.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. What about Fulgor, dude? Fulgor.
I think it's one of the worst.
Fuck you, dude.
Or weapon.
Hey,
it's pretty bad, but it's it's a long sword. That's for damn.
Personally insulted you.
No, I'm just kidding. I think it's a great weapon, but it's really one of the only ones I've ever used. I've used it and Cinder.
Torga has the coolest effect.
What does?
Fulgor.
Oh yeah, the animation. Yeah, it's sick. If you're on a melee only warlock, fully juiced up with god tier like magic power gear and whatnot, plus magic damage gear, everything gets 1 or 2 shot. Everything, especially with blow of corruption. Yeah. It's silly, stupid fun.
Yep.
And I mean, I don't know if you guys saw Augie Son. He's in both of our chats. The Grandmaster Longswordsman. He not only did he just come out with a great video that shows why longsword parry riposte is broken and kind of shit right now, but he also just parried Hellfire. He parried a Hellfire and
what a Chad.
He parried a Hellfire and killed a warlock with it.
Huh.
Let me see if I have the video of it. It's so dumb, and I cannot believe he was able to do it. It's incredible. Here, I think I got it. Here, let's watch this. I'll put it on my stream. Here we go.
Just the longsword players are like playing around one mechanic that if you're playing against a smart player, they're never gonna hit into it.
All right, check this out.
I always say it, dude. People are like, should I use longsword? I'm like, this thing is a giant noob trap, man.
It's a bit of a new trap, but check this out. Watch.
If you can't repost like 90% of the time, I don't think you should ever use that weapon.
Yeah, check this
as
out.
cool as it is.
All right, here we go.
He's got Flame Walker.
Oh, it's not loading.
We got
He's
him.
almost dying. Okay,
What?
he
We
did
got
it
the
all.
berry off
Okay.
of it. Let's go.
That was sick.
What the fuck? I mean, you guys can see that because I played it on the stream, but
That's disgusting.
you saw it? Okay. Dude, what? How? The man has parried and riposted literally everything in the game.
Yep.
Everything.
I don't know how
Shit.
he does that shit.
He's just got it down to a science. I don't know. But he just put out a really great video like 2 days ago, I think, where he breaks down how shitty Longsword is right now. And I don't know about you guys, but every game I experience some sort of desync or rubber banding, no matter what server I'm on. I have fucking fiber internet, so it's not on my end. It's so you're saying every game as well, Jay?
Yeah, it's laggy. I mean, it's just as laggy as it's always been. Maybe a little bit more in some games, but
I feel like it's a bit more since the earlier playtest. I feel like the tick rate on the servers must be super low or something. There must be some issue right now. The servers have been pretty bad recently.
Yeah, it definitely sucks. And in either the Longsword video or a previous video, maybe the one before that, he also shows he and his buddy Nightshines, who plays Barb, they spawn in together, and he just has Nightshines attack him while he's using Longsword, and he shows both perspectives in the video, and they're like 4, 5, 6 frames off from one another. So on Augie's screen, the felling axe is going through his sword, but on Nightshine's screen, he's just straight up hitting Augie and missing the sword. It's so inconsistent. Yeah,
especially they've done something weird with the I don't know, netcode or something, because playing on NA servers used to be doable. Now it's like almost impossible with the hit reg issues and like where people are on your screen compared to them and stuff.
Right.
Like,
right.
something
I mean,
like that.
in the early play tests, I barely ever felt lag. Everything was smooth like butter, but the game was a lot lighter. And as I was saying earlier, as you add more shit and pack more stuff in and code more crap and add to the pile, entropy rises in the code, more bugs can pop up. Something that you built months ago can break with an addition that you added yesterday, right? So I feel for them in that regard. Like I said, I'm sure they're going to figure it out and work on it. But yeah, right now I don't know, it's a little rough, a little rough around the edges.
Yeah, kind of in a weird crossroads, because like they need to do more content, but are they going to put out content and just performance just shits out, right? Like, what do they do?
You're right. That's the word.
If they do that, they're going to go the Tarkov route, where Tarkov just fell off because the game ran so shit. And the desync was awful. And the cheaters are outrageous. But
The prison room is still not fixed. They keep trying to fix the performance in there. It's just really bad.
It's a little laggy. It's not even close to as bad as it used to be, but
yeah.
Still not great. Yeah, I think it was a couple weeks ago SDF said that they're wanting to work on performance pretty bad, but
as they should. I mean, I've said it before and I'll say it again right now. They need to be in a really good spot before they pop off on Steam again. They need to be ready. They need to be ready. They are getting a very rare second chance to blow up. Being removed from Steam and being able to cook and test and try new shit and mess around with stuff on their own launcher with only 10, 15, 20K players that are diehard motherfuckers that like this game is a blessing for them. They're actually lucky. I think. I know it's a loss of revenue right now, but they'll make that money back when they're on Steam. I actually think it's and then some.
Even if it's a loss now, I mean they're gonna get it back. It doesn't really matter, I don't think.
I mean, do you guys agree that they're sort of lucky to not be on Steam so that they can cook on their own launcher and get shit ready for a big second debut on Steam?
Yeah.
Sure.
I think that's
Really
what
good.
they're working for very hard now. Like actually preparing very hard for that release, so it goes smoothly and people like the player's first impression is very important. So to get a good like feedback or like like players stick around a lot, that's gonna help for future wipes and stuff.
Yeah. So Lindstrom, what kind of map or environment do you want to see in the game? Obviously, we're getting a big ice cave thing. We have the crypts, we have the ruins, we have the goblin caves, we have hell, inferno. What sort of environment do you want to fuck up noobs in?
I like the winter or like icy concept they're coming up with.
Okay,
The
easy
dragon and
way
stuff.
out. Okay, you don't get to pick that answer. Next, give me something else.
Some like a jungle or something, maybe.
Ah,
Filthy ranger
jungle.
players. Yeah, you want a bunch of trees. Oh, it's high
No,
spots
I
in
hate
them.
ruins. I fucking
Uh-huh.
hate ruins.
I think you might be the
Goblins.
first person to ever say a jungle, like a tropical type jungle. That's actually kind of sick. What kind of
I'm
enemies would
trying
be
to
in
get. I'm trying to get jumped by a lion, or
Yeah,
something.
no, panther,
Yeah.
lions,
Tigers,
monkeys.
dinosaurs, and shit? That'd be cool.
Wait a
Oh
minute.
yes.
What if there was
Wait.
fucking dinosaurs? I mean, there's lizard people. Why not?
Yeah, wait a minute. It might be a stone in WoW.
That would be kind of cool. You know what? I never even considered a jungle. Yeah, imagine there's like ape men or like gorillas, panthers and shit. Maybe the panthers that jump down from trees, so you have to like watch above you and not just in front of you. That's kind of sick.
Ooh.
Had some movement tech like vines you can swing on and shit.
All right, now you're getting crazy.
More
You're gonna
movement techs in the game.
Wizard will have the spell fly. You won't even need a fucking vine. You'll be able to fly around.
Please, God.
He's gonna fly in the crypts. He's gonna hit his head on the roof of the crypts.
Hey,
Yeah.
there's some
Be knocked
opened
out.
up rooms like Broken Bridge room, or that super large room where all the traps are on the bottom and you have to walk up the spiral staircase to come back up where that bridge is. There's a
Yep.
couple of, but I mean it is a little odd. But imagine ruins. Imagine a wizard flying around the ruins. Jesus
Thank
Christ.
God. Please. I'll take that, dude. I'll
It
kill
sounds
rogues
fun.
in their own environment.
Yeah, it does sound fun, man.
I would like more open spaces in the normal crypts and like the map. For right now, everyone's holding a doorway, a choke point, and it's very hard to push into other people if you're on like the same skill level or same gear. So
Yeah, it's just a big stalemate sometimes.
What do you
It's
think?
a bit lame. I'm not the biggest fan of that, but
Yeah.
what can you do?
What do you think about like this, like a sewer system under a medieval city or something like that? Or you're fighting against like mummies and scarabs and Egyptian type creatures in like a giant pyramid or something, and there's like cursed rooms and cursed items and stuff like that. Think that'd be cool?
yeah, why not? Just add more maps, I guess.
Okay, dude. All right, shit on my idea. That's cool. I don't know. I think there's a lot of cool stuff they could do. I've brought it up a bunch of times. So like a village being overrun by the undead and it's on fire, and instead of a dark storm, it's the fire closing in, and you have to escape the city before it is engulfed in flames. Or an elvish forest at like dawn or dusk, and there are actual humanoid NPCs you have to fight. You have to fight like elves that are trying to protect their land as you encroach on it.
I want the maze from the D&D movie.
Dude,
The
a fucking
labyrinth or
labyrinth would be so sick if they put a minotaur in that thing. Come on, displacer beasts and minotaurs, and it changes just like the movie, like you said. Dude, I'm with you 100%.
That's some barb territory right there. A bunch of close quarters.
That sounds so fun, man. That sounds sick. What about like a dark elf underdark kind of map, where there's like intellective
Like
hours
Elven
and
Woods.
no, like literally like giant underground cavernous cities with intellective hours and dark elves and shit like that. Have you? I mean, in the D&D movie, remember when they go down there and you see like the giant city underground, like that, a map like that? I think that'd be amazing.
That'd be cool with them. It fits the theme.
You know, a dwarvish city. Maybe you have to go down and kill a Balrog or something like that. That'd be
Oh man, I
fucking
can't wait to
sick.
mine all the ore in a dwarven city.
Fuck
kidding?
yeah.
The little dwarven skin.
Maybe the dwarf
Yep.
map is the only map that has Methil or like some really crazy precious stone.
Say Mithril?
Yeah, Methil.
It's Mithril, bro.
Methil, dude, come on. You want to go?
Myth.
You want to go toe to toe?
What,
and
you
nerd
want me to
shit with
trim your
me?
myth armor, bro? Go open trade, man.
You want to go toe to toe and some fucking nerdy shit with me? You sure?
It's a Mithril. RuneScape players rise up, dude. Come on,
All
you
right.
can't stand for this
Okay.
shit.
Okay. If you want to call it Mithril, that's fine. Do you call it tomato or tomato?
You can.
Okay.
It's the beauty of it.
Mithril. Trust me. But it's okay.
That's
It's
from
okay.
like
I love you,
Lord
buddy.
of the Rings when it gives what does it give Frodo, the mithril chain or whatever? Yeah.
Okay, I mean, just because it is spelled a certain way does not mean it's pronounced a certain way. Like Mjolnir, Thor's hammer is spelled like Mjolnir.
Yeah, it's Mjolnir. That's the problem.
It's a Swedish letter.
Oh. Just because it's
No.
spelled a certain way, chat, you dum-dums, doesn't mean it's pronounced a certain way. God, these kids these days.
Mjolnir. I don't see that.
Mjolnir.
English is easy, dude.
All right, you're right. It's Mjolnir. I'm wrong. All your people are wrong, Lindstrom.
Right.
Wait, is Mjolnir from Sweden or something? Some Nordic
the-
country.
The character or the like letter or like yeah, the unusual letter is a Swedish letter. I don't know how to
Oh.
explain it.
All right, how many times have you eaten surströmming, dude?
Have you what?
Zero.
What is it?
Zero.
I'm not gonna try that
Surströmming.
disgusting.
Oh, is that the
shit.
canned fish?
Yeah, the one you had to open
Rotten
underwater.
catfish.
You have to open it underwater. Look at this motherfucker showing up.
Yeah.
Donnie! Look at this guy. What's up, Donnie?
Welcome, dude.
He's
What
fresh
about Bruno?
back from a grinder date. He just showered himself off.
So,
Oh.
want it to be known, fully prepared for our podcast, thinking it was in 15 minutes from now.
Oh, you thought it
My
was at
bad.
7. Oh, shit. We did start an hour
Yeah.
earlier. Oh, well, I mean, I guess we got to give him a pass. Chats. Both chats. Do we give the man a pass? We did start.
Yeah.
He's sick. He thought we were starting at
okay,
7.
dude, we're not your boss, man. You ain't gotta force out the fake cough.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
do the cough.
This man's fake coughing.
All right,
Come
lads.
on, bro.
I do
No, we
have
forgive
some, Paul's vitamin C drops, but yeah,
I
my
have
bad, boys.
Donnie. How do you pronounce? Is it Mithril or Mithril in the armor? Mithril. Okay, hold on a second.
Yep.
Bring up
Go
the
ahead. Google
Translate.
Translate that shit.
And do it with Mjolnir as well.
Yep, Mjolnir.
Mjolnir.
Oh, I do Mjolnir, not Mjolnir.
Mjolnir.
I don't know. I think Mjolnir, Thor's hammer.
Oh my god,
I-
Critical Role just went live.
I'm reading Google right now. It is Mithril, folks. Google it yourself if you don't believe me.
Nope. I got. Why do I need to Google something? I played RuneScape, dude.
Oh God.
You know.
All right. Okay, dude. Donnie, are you okay? Are you feeling all right?
I'm not dying. I'm just sick. Like
You sound like shit.
just regular amount of sick. Not
Yeah.
like bad.
Yeah, you sound crappy. Well, thanks for joining, even if it's late.
Yeah. Sorry for being late, boys.
No,
I
it's
was-
okay.
I was like, I'm gonna set my alarm. I'll be on time, and I forgot we were doing an hour early. So.
No, it is totally cool.
I fucked you over yesterday, so I'm lucky.
No, it's all good. Why don't we, now that Donnie's here, maybe this is a good pivot to hit the Q&A section. What do you guys think?
Fuck it, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck it,
Sounds
dude.
good.
Fuck it. All right, let's do it. All right, chats. Drop your questions, comments, concerns, ideas. If you want to bitch,
I
gripe,
got
or
a
complain,
question, dude.
drop it.
Can I finally live in the superior region? What's up, Lindstrom? You got extra room or what? I'll pay rent.
Yeah, we can
I
swap
know you got
places.
that good internet. Swap plate? No.
Yeah,
You
I
got
want to play
extra
on the NA
room, bro.
servers.
What?
Jay, if
Yeah,
you
you don't
like
want that,
if you
bro.
like the female elf and female bard skins, you should just move to Sweden, dude.
I know. I know I should.
I have heard. Are people just like genuinely more attractive over in like the Netherlands and stuff like that? Like
Yeah.
Scandinavia? Really?
I've been to
Netherlands, the
Sweden.
Scandinavian.
Yeah, I've been to Sweden 4 times. I've been to Amsterdam a bunch of times, Rotterdam, Maastricht in the Netherlands. I've been to Finland a bunch. Just people in general are hotter up there. Just across the board. It's true. Healthier, better looking. I don't know.
Guess that's what people say, but I don't know.
But fuck yeah, America. Just saying.
McDonald's. Oh, yeah.
Get her done, America. But no, yeah, the Swedish ladies are amazing. Yeah.
The science
an American
behind it is
man.
that there are just less obese people. That's the truth.
That is
Gotta be the
definitely
truth.
true.
Yeah.
That is, but here's the thing though.
Yes.
People in Sweden, after a night out in Gamlestan, Old Town Stockholm, where do all the drunks at 2-3 in the morning go? They fucking go to McDonald's and they eat a bunch of shit. It's like the West is infecting Europe and Asia. There's McDonald's and KFC and shit everywhere. People are eating it up because it tastes good and it's cheap. So eventually, Lindstrom, get ready. You're gonna grow some love handles and you're gonna look outside your door one day and there's gonna be a bunch of fucking hippos rolling around. So, sorry, man.
God.
Sorry, dude. It's inevitable.
All right.
Yep.
I feel like I'm being smited by the sun as soon as I pop my head out. So. But
I
right
mean-
now, there's just a bunch of snow.
Yeah. I mean, you go to bed at 6 a.m., so don't you wake up whenever the sun is setting?
True. Well, yeah.
Oh,
It's pitch black like 70% of the time. So
You know, vitamin D is like a super important part of like
yeah.
your internal clock.
Oh,
That is
shit.
wild.
Do you take vitamins in Sweden? Are you guys a vitamin savvy nation?
They probably got some baller ass
Oh, yeah.
healthcare, dude.
Yeah, they do. That's actually true. Do you take vitamins like vitamin D? How are you surviving this?
I think I should, but I don't.
Yeah, you definitely should. You'll feel
I
better,
should
man.
take vitamin
He
D.
basks
you
in
would
the
feel
sun
better.
through his window for about 60 seconds in the morning. That's what I do.
You can get
Just let it in, dude.
orange and berry flavored gummies that are chock full of vitamin C and vitamin D, and it's like eating candy. You just eat 1 or 2 of those a day, and you get like 200% of your vitamin C and vitamin D values. And it's like you're eating a couple of little gummies.
Bro, the vitamin
There you
gummies
go.
are underrated.
Agreed. I agree.
I had these men's
go.
one the days on my desk for like 2 years, and gummy vitamins is all it took.
Yeah.
That shit daily.
I highly recommend everyone take vitamins. You will actually feel better after a couple weeks.
I feel nothing.
I'm still
Nothing's
depressed.
I feel
I
nothing.
hope it works. I just hope it works.
No, it's doing shit on the back end. Don't worry. Okay.
You feel worse. Just think about that.
Yeah, exactly. What if you felt less than nothing? Yeah, that'd suck. All right. Drop the questions, folks. What do you guys got for us? What do you guys got? Will they add swimming? Will Druid get fish transformation? What's up with the water?
That's a good question.
That
man.
is
What is up
that's
with
a
the water?
great fucking question, noob. Noob from us. So why not add fucking fishing while you're at it, right?
Yep.
It's working perfectly. What do you mean?
Well, I mean, they could be referring to that room in the far corner of the crypt, you know, where you like go down.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's actually water. I think it's an illusion. I think it's supposed to be an illusion. I don't think it's supposed
I
to be
want
water.
an illusion spell on Wizard where you put it in front of the door and it makes the door look like it's closed, but it's really open. You know what I mean? Give me some of
That'd
that.
be cool. It'd be fun.
Do you know who's that guy? There's a character in Apex Legends who can send like a hologram of himself running forward. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Mirage,
I
I
don't know
think,
what it's
right?
called.
Is it Mirage? Oh, is it
yeah.
Mirage? What if there was like
Yeah.
an illusion spell where your wizard like continues to run forward, but you can actually like dart to the side, something like that?
I think it'd be cool as fuck if
Be
they
cool.
took the Yoru stuff from Valorant and just threw it in the game. Make like decoys, make sound cues and stuff, you know? Cool thing.
Yeah, I think you know what would be really sick is if Wizard had a mirror image spell where you just have like 3 copies of yourself that like move around you, and people don't know which one's the real one, and it mimics everything that you do. Like if you cast Zap, they all cast Zap.
I don't know if.
But they wouldn't do
Wizard
damage. It
and-
wouldn't do
more
damage.
Yeah.
Wizard stuff would be appreciated, but who
Let's
knows?
buff some wizard right now.
Yeah, do it actually. What's wrong with that?
Guys, mirror image, they wouldn't all be casting the same. They wouldn't be doing damage. It's It's an illusion.
It's fake.
It's fake.
So they are casting. So it's just to throw you off.
It's to throw
So
you
they're
off.
Yeah,
looking
yeah,
for
it's just to make you
Yes.
think
Yeah.
that's them. Yeah.
Only the real wizard is doing damage. It's just the two mirror images next to you. It just looks like they're casting a spell. And
I
yeah, they
think
have
the
1
Mirage
HP. You
thing
could
would probably
punch
work
it and it
better.
would disappear. Yeah, I think Mirage would make more sense. You point at a direction, you hit the spell, you cast a spell, and it just runs forward in a straight line. And if it hits
You
an
guys
object,
ever
it
played
disappears.
Nico from League of Legends?
Yeah.
I've used Nico and
Yeah,
TFT.
something like that.
She pretends to be a
Essentially-
Skelly and then she's or a minion or whatever. Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't know about that one actually. I didn't think about that.
That's
I was
crazy.
more
That's
so
crazy.
You can like send like a copy of yourself like running forward in League. So like you
Oh,
can
yeah,
run in
yeah,
a direction,
exactly.
like send a copy of yourself. That'd be cool. A cool spell. I don't know about like being a fake skeleton or something like
Actually,
that.
you know
insane.
what? That is a great idea. You should be able to like copy an object. You know,
Prop
so you
hunt
could like
style?
copy a barrel, yeah, and become a
Just fucking
barrel
prop hunt?
with prop
That would be
hunt,
so
and
cool.
then pop out.
That's a
Would
lot of
actually be-
content.
That would
It
be
would
fun
actually be
as
nice.
imagine the memes and the fun content doing that shit.
Oh, I'm talking about a wizard spell
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, sure. That'd be
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
dope as hell.
You could copy a Skelly mage or whatever and just like pop it.
That's a
It becomes
million
one
view
of
video
them.
right there on YouTube, Jay. Your
Hell
your
yeah.
prop hunt
Mimic.
wizard.
Yep.
What would
The
that do to
mimic
the
up
meta
and
of the
around.
game though?
Oh, dude, it would be so OP. I'm all
I
about
think.
it.
Well, I mean, anything that's OP, people learn, and eventually, it's not overpowered. It's just a thing
Yeah.
that people adapt to. So, I mean,
I guess so.
when Druid comes out, it's probably going to be slightly OP in some ways, and then people will get used to it, and they'll change stuff, and it'll just be a thing in the game. What about?
It's kind of only OP because people don't know. Yeah, like, remember
ex-
Hellfire in day one? It was like, holy shit, Hellfire's crazy. Now that we
Yeah.
look back, it's just a giant joke.
Yeah,
Like, all right.
exactly.
Yeah,
People don't even
just
run
get out
it
of the way.
to try to boss or anything anymore. What about when Sorcerer comes out? What if Sorcerer had the spell Dimension Door, which is essentially like the portal gun in the game Portal? Like, cast the spell here, and then across the room I have the other portal, and I can go in between the portals and kind of kite people and run away and shit. What if
That'd
you
be
got
cool.
like 3 or 4
That'd be nice.
slots of that? That would be sick.
Okay.
I
Like
think
a nice reposition for your team, like a Rise
Yeah.
Ultimate almost.
I don't maybe
pretty much.
yeah, I think if
Yeah,
you're
sure.
if okay, could your team use that spell or is it only for you?
Everyone could use it. And
Yep,
these too.
I
think.
like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Yep. That'd be super sick.
It's kind of like God, who's that? Who's the girl from Apex where she puts the portal? You know,
Wraith.
It's
Wraith,
Wraith,
for
yeah.
her.
Where,
Actually,
like
it is for her team,
the
yeah.
enemy team will chase you through the Wraith portal and stuff. You know.
Man, I haven't touched Apex in a while. How is there a shitload of heroes now in the game? Like I remember when there was like 7. Like
No, there's a good amount now.
interesting. Okay.
I don't know. I haven't played. It's not my game. Like I'm not good at it, but there's a good amount.
What cleric spell would you want next? That's a good one.
Honestly, light. Like a light orb. I think that'd be sick. I think cleric should be able to cast light or like a daylight spell or like some sort of yeah, like light orb. That's what I would want to give
You know, it'd be
cleric.
cool. They copy
guys-
WoW. They bring Prayer of Mending. You know, when you take damage, it bounces. Goes to a different guy. He takes damage. It bounces again.
It'd be
What
fun.
do you guys think about 10 spell Cleric coming back?
10
Since
spell
Wizards-
cleric? Oof.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's yeah.
they've nerfed Cleric a lot now, so I feel like it's not as needed. But if they added back 10 spell, would be more like skill cap to the class and more things you could do. Like you feel kind of like a wheelchair or cameraman while playing Cleric, in my opinion.
Wheelchair.
I feel like cleric is super strong.
I think
Wow.
cleric's strong too, personally.
Yeah, it is. Like it prevents third partying a lot because you can rest your teammates, but
Yeah.
yeah, have a lot of success with triple DPS comp now as well.
You don't think 10 spell would be OP?
No.
I think I should would be busted. Not
Like-
gonna lie.
What other spells are you adding? You're adding Bind, Earthquake if you're not already using it, like Protection.
Yeah.
Bless is not that good.
Divine Strikes is now a given, probably.
Yeah.
I
That's a
feel like
given for
it's
sure.
way more balanced than it used to be, but that's just me.
I don't know. It just depends on like how heavy you want to get into the buff meta. You know, that's essentially like.
It's
how many
already a
more buffs you
lot.
wanna give your fucking people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the worst idea, but I bet if they add it, it's just gonna be way too strong. And then they'll nerf
Yeah.
Cleric based on it, and then they'll remove 10 spell, and then you get like a really shit version of Cleric for however long until they rebuff it.
Yeah,
I'm cool
Zero.
with it, though. Might as well try it.
Yeah.
Try it again.
Zero Dragow says, question, do you think they would take anything from Cleric to give to the Paladin when that class comes out? Like turn
Smite.
undead or something? Yeah, Smite for sure.
Smite for sure.
Right?
Smite probably goes instantly off.
Yeah, I totally agree. And then, honestly, when Druid comes out, take Earthquake away from Cleric or Locust Swarm even and put that on Druid. Like, Druid should be quaking the earth, not a Cleric. That's just my opinion.
Agreed, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Texas Crossfire says, what if they removed Tumble from Rogue and they added Play Dead or Feign Death, where you just ragdoll to the ground for X amount of seconds?
Hell yeah.
I think Feign Death would be a sick spell, but why remove Tumble from Rogue? No one uses it anyway. I like keep it
Tumble's
there.
the one
You just
where they do the
backflip backwards.
right?
Yeah. It looks fucking hilarious. It is the goofiest shit. I mean, does anyone make it work? Okay, so we like Grass TV says I love Tumble. Why? Like how are you making it work? Do you just hit them, tumble?
It's just for memes.
Jump in. Yeah, it's got to be for memes.
It is a meme.
It's to pickpocket, slap them in the face with your red bony hand, and then tumble away.
You know, like
I
make
want the
Tumble
Dark
viable.
Souls roll.
They make Tumble viable where it tumbles in the direction you're moving. Bam, probably becomes viable.
Oh, okay, yes, that would be good.
You like forward tumble, side
Forward tumbles, yeah. And with no cooldown, forward
How
tumble,
would that still
stab,
be
backward
viable,
tumble.
though? You're still
It wouldn't be, but at least it's now usable.
you're still flipping. You're
It's
just,
just- yeah.
on guard, sir.
That sounds like some monk shit, though. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Forward
A monk
tumble.
would probably have.
maybe tumble moves to monk actually. Yeah, if they
I mean,
improve
like,
it.
You gotta. It's got to be like a movement ability, because I mean, like, what the fuck is the point of it right now? You don't even move that much.
There is no
You
point.
just kind of like are stuck in a weird animation, and then you're out of it. I don't know.
Just a meme.
Yeah, Wiko in chat
Yeah.
says if you're gonna use tumble, give it some iframes. But that's like,
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'd agree
Gotta
to
give it
some
an
degree.
iframe.
Yeah.
Give it a use, because right now it's just funny. Like Jay said, there's no benefit to using it. You just make your friends giggle.
Yeah.
Or even the enemies. That shit looks hilarious.
Yeah.
If a rogue stabs me and then tumbles away, I laugh. I can't fucking help it.
They could add a chain heal, right? Chain heal wouldn't be too bad.
For Druid,
Make it like chain lightning.
I could
Oh,
see
yeah, for
I could see
Druid,
Druid
probably.
having a chain heal.
Yeah.
That could be cool. A heal over time and a chain heal.
The
Chain
game
will be
could
cool.
benefit from more CC right now. There's not enough like crowd
You
control.
think so?
What would you
hold
do?
on here.
What would you do with CC? How
I
how
think
would
a
you change it?
game becomes very boring when it has too much, but I think Dark and Dark has a bit like too little right now.
Still a bit simple, yeah. Like, I personally like CCs. I just don't know how well
Just
it'll
needs to
fit
be
into
more
the
like
game.
utility on certain classes.
It'd have
not
to be
just damage,
soft
damage.
CCs, like a root,
Yeah.
like bind, more bind like stuff.
Yeah.
No hard CC.
The
no
day I log
stuns.
into Dark and Darker and somebody stuns me and kills me in a stun, dude, I'm gonna be so pissed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be ooh.
I
livid.
think something that could be cool would be something like Vine Growth for Druid, where you cast it on someone and they are rooted for like 0.25 seconds, and then for the next 0.75 seconds, their speed slowly comes back as they break out of the vines. So it's,
like chains of ice,
yeah, exactly.
pretty
yeah.
much. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be kind of cool. So it's only stopping them for like a split second, and then the rest of that second they're like super slow, but within a second, 1.25 seconds, they're right back to the normal move speed. I think it'd be sick.
Yeah.
I think it could work.
I'd be cool with giving like rangers different kinds of traps, like a slow trap or like stuff like that would be cool. Like
God,
individual traps,
just fucking
rangers.
remove all traps, please.
I'd like some
Fuck, I hate
Ravenloft or
them.
something.
I fucking hate traps so much.
Somewhat,
It'd be
Lindstrom?
cool if they could.
An AoE ability or something on Ranger, like a Rain of Arrows or something like that. Maybe
Yeah, that'd be fun.
poison.
That'd be
I don't know.
interesting. They could just get volley from low. It's like an active ability.
You think
Oh,
people would
as-
use that?
Yeah, I mean maybe.
I have to mention that they still haven't added Quiver. Somehow.
Yeah.
You're still
Well,
spending
Soon TM.
your entire inventory space filled with arrows and bolts, not being able to loot anything.
Yeah, being a ranger and having all your shit pickpocketed and just having the 8 arrows in your recurve bow and that's it. That's
I love it.
God, it's so funny.
That's what wakes me up in the morning. Knowing that I'm gonna empty this guy's arrows straight out of his bag.
Oh,
One
that's
shotting
funny.
a
Coffee right
wizard
there.
with a windlass. That is the best
That's
feeling
fucked
ever.
up. That should not be. That's illegal, bro.
At
I
least I
love-
can't do it with a longbow anymore, you know.
I love pickpocketing the arrows, and then they realize and they look down. And they're like looking all around, like, "Damn, I draw my arrows."
What about
Shit
different
kills me
elemental
every time.
arrows? Like, you know, if you proc smite, for instance, you get magic damage as a cleric for the next 8 seconds or whatever the hell it is. What if you could put on ice arrow or fire arrow and you hit the hotkey, and for the next, I don't know, like 7 shots, all your arrows have fire on it, and it does like a small burn or something like that.
Yeah. They should just be rare, like rare lootables in the dungeon. Anything.
All right. So
Uh,
that way you could have 100 of them. Okay, I see what you're doing.
Magic damage on other classes wouldn't hurt that much, but they should. Yeah. They removed so much magic resist from gear, like the latest patch they did when they wiped.
Yeah.
So basically, all wizard damage is true damage right now.
Really?
It's
Except
very
for, like,
hard to build
barbs.
magic resist except barb, but barb is
Yeah.
like in a shit state right now.
You know what, dude?
Yeah,
Warlock
Barbie's
is
in a weird
kind of
state.
tanky as fuck. Against
Warlock?
magic. The
Warlocks are
anti-magic
hard.
thing. They got like 40% like magic
Wizards can
resist.
become that too because the new golden robe has like 50 because it's like a warlock
Yeah.
chestplate. It has 50 magic resist base.
Yep.
That's crazy.
It's pretty good.
Hydra warlocks are kind of kicking ass right now. Like, what is the go-to like Hydra build? Is it life drain Hydra? Like what?
Probably.
I don't know what it is. Do you guys know?
Nope.
Chat, do
I
you
think
know?
both are more viable now. Both the magic healing build with curses or the life drain one with like damage
Yeah.
stacking.
Yeah.
Still
Drain
still magic
Hydra
warlock.
Flamewalker. Okay. Drain Hydra Flamewalker. Interesting.
I think the magic healing build is still good, but a lot of people are abusing the mimics, having the curse. Like if you curse a mimic, it
don't
lasts
say
forever.
it, dude. Don't say it. We can't, dude.
Ooh, I didn't know
You
that.
know, but you can't do mimic
they
spawn
haven't-
just skyrocketed. Are you kidding me?
They
Oh,
haven't
God.
fixed that for a month.
I don't know how they not fixed that. Yeah, I know.
Flip it and ship it, boys.
Nope, nothing happened.
Let everybody know, dude.
Nope.
Hmm.
I
I'm
don't
sure
see
you already
anyone
knew.
ever abuse that, by the way. And it blows my mind, but
Do you want to
Yeah.
break it down?
no.
Step by step. Let's make
Let's
a YouTube
just
video.
say that
Let's,
it's extremely broken, and when most people catch on, it's gonna be a shit time for a little while, I bet.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, you basically become unkillable.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're being
Yep.
real, that's how you force devs to fix something, right? Is you just-
Yes.
you break the game for a few days.
It'll be
Mhm.
broken for a couple days and then they'll patch it, but yeah.
They did have a bug recently where you could be in Bard's invisibility and attack people at the same time. So
You guys see that, by the way? Yeah.
No.
No. So
I didn't see
no.
that. No.
Warlocks could evil eye, right? And then the bard would cast invis on them.
Oh, I heard
And
about
then
this.
and then they could walk around and cast spells while invisible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Fuck
think
me.
someone put this on Reddit, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, shit like that's a little oof. But
But I mean, they
it's just a
patched it in
bug.
what, like a day probably. from
they
when
they fix
got
it
posted.
relatively quick. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. It's within a
It
couple of
happens.
hours, I think.
Yeah, stuff like that is. Yeah. It's not
Now,
that bad,
if
but it's
that
pretty
still
bad.
wasn't
what we're
patched,
talking
that would suck.
Oh, I'd be playing
that
Warlock
would-
right now.
the
100%.
whole map is just empty. You just see bards running around, nobody else.
Yep.
Lindstrom, besides Druid, which you said you were excited about, what are you most excited for? Monk, Sorcerer, Paladin, or what's the other one? Monk, Sorcerer, Paladin, Druid. Is that it? Artificer, I guess, maybe? Are those the
Yeah.
only classes left?
Yep.
What excites you the most?
I'd probably have to say Paladin because I like more supportive classes being in the game. Not on like Cleric being the only support if you want to have like I mean Bard is still a support, but it's not that focused.
Yeah, I guess Paladin is like a selfish support. Like they have like tiny heals. They have lay on hands for themselves. And they have auras which benefit them, but obviously anyone that's close to them. So yeah, I think Paladin counts as like a semi-support. But it's definitely like a frontliner, damage dealer, tank as well. It kind of can do everything except range, which they should not have any fucking range because they can do everything else.
Yeah, I think Paladin's gonna be like low mobility, like high damage, no range fighter.
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah. What do you guys think about fighters being able to just innately use crossbows? Do you think it should be gated behind Weapon Master?
No.
No. Just fix crossbows.
Bard should not be able to use crossbows.
Thank God, someone had to say it. Force them on survival bow.
Yeah.
Yes, and hand crossbow should be able to be used by a rogue without the perk.
I agree.
Or they should add some like throwing knife
God.
ability or whatever. Or like, I don't know. They still have throwing knives, I guess.
Here's the problem with all this, right? Like we're deciding all these different perks based off of like how strong a class is right now.
Mhm.
The until they add in the skill tree, it's going to be just pointless to balance all this stuff. So, I don't know my take on it.
They gotta have a decent baseline, right?
Yeah, I mean, is it that bad right now? I feel like just nerf crossbow, just nerf crossbow for the time being, and then come.
Don't
back
scale a crossbow with strength. Is your trigger finger that much more powerful when you're stronger? No, it's a mechanical thing. I don't think that crossbow should scale with strength.
When I push W hard, like I go faster for sure.
My gamer hands.
But no, like who was saying it before? Which is very obvious. It's like they added 25% pen, right, to crossbows, so drop the damage by 25%. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It still does the same damage
but
on plates,
fighters...
but it's less damage than without.
Yeah, there's a guy that goes, "I'm sorry, but fighters don't need crossbow." It's like half the fun to have a melee or a range on fighter.
Yeah, but a lot of people are really annoyed that the game is like very heavily ranged biased right now. Like, there's a clear ranged meta. What do you guys think about it? Do you guys think it's kind of shitty?
Wizard strong, and so are ranged weapons. So yeah.
How do you fix it though? That's the problem.
Nerf ranged without killing the
nerf
range class.
Nerf wizard.
But if you nerf range enough, it's like now ranger and wizard are ass.
That's what I was saying. Like you nerf it without killing the class.
Yeah. Let's put it this way. Let's say the average crossbow shot is 46 damage, right? And the average class health is 90 damage. So all they have to do is drop it a couple points, and now it's a 3-shot instead of a 2. That's a 50% nerf right there, right? Essentially.
Yeah,
but do you keep it scaling with strength, or do you get rid of the scaling?
I mean,
scaling.
I think, I do think you keep the scaling. Just drop the base, yeah.
I don't think it makes sense to scale a mechanical thing like that. Bows, yeah, but not a crossbow.
If it has less base damage, it scales less, ideally.
Drop crossbow damage slightly, keep the armor pen, don't have strength scaling. That's how it makes sense to me.
How do you fix wizard then?
Scaling and not and finding a middle ground. It's Iron Mace tends to go from one extreme to the other, and they have issues with going in the middle ground. So, all right, it's either 50% scaling or 100% scaling. Like, try 70. Like, why not?
Yeah, I got you.
Or try 100% scaling against PvE and only 65% or 70% scaling for PvP. You could easily do that.
That'd be cool.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know.
Also, they removed like the all attribute rolls, so they made everyone's health pool be automatically lower. Plus, they kept the damage basically the same.
Sure.
Yeah, do you guys think in general damage still needs to be toned down just a bit, just across the board?
Yes.
It's a little high, kind of. It's a lot better now though than it was like early access.
Yeah.
I'll say this: I wish there were more like defensive perks. You know.
Sure.
That'd be fun because like one of the most satisfying things to do, as like playing fighter, is like hitting a good shield block. Like that is very satisfying, or like hitting your second win like right at the right time. So. It'd be fun if, other classes had good ways to defend themselves to mitigate some of the damage.
Yeah, I think that kind of shit will come later, but I agree. Kangaroz says, what about adding resilience for PvP? Which is a stat in World of Warcraft that diminishes crits and incoming damage from players. I can't remember the exact thing it does.
I'm getting crazy.
I don't think so. I think like plus damage to undead and demons and shit like that's cool, but I don't want PvP specific stats. Please no. That's too
I
much.
think it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no crits right now, but there's something
I
they
hope they
could
don't ever add
change.
crits.
I feel like limb damage is a bit too
critical.
low.
What'd you say,
I don't know
Lindstrom?
about you
Sure.
guys.
Say
I feel
that
like
again.
limb damage with melee weapons
Oh.
or like any damage is a bit too low. Like on arms and legs. How it
Yeah.
minuses the damage by 50%. And then certain
Yeah.
animations make your hands go in front of you, and then you automatically hit limbs even when you're aiming for something else.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point.
Mm.
Yeah, like I said, Iron Mace has like this weird tendency to go from one extreme to another, and they can't. Well, it's not that they can't. They typically don't experiment with the middle ground. It's either like this end or this end. We're just gonna completely ignore this, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like
You
it looked
know,
up.
I know we've talked about Arena, but that would definitely fine tune a lot of the damage and stuff. I think that would be really good data for them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mild Raccoon says, "What stats do you think are too powerful or too weak? Like base stats." I don't even know if there's any that are too powerful or too weak anymore. I think the vigor and dexterity changes like kind of fix some issues. I think it was a great change. I'm really happy they did it.
Vigor and dex changes made it so that you stack more like flat movement speed and max HP rolls on gear now and percentages. That's like the meta. You get move speed on boots and legs minimum. That's like how you optimize a gear set if you want to build something really good. This game is a lot about like min-maxing stats and getting your character to feel good and be like have good stats.
Yeah, and I think it goes without saying, Toby Twirl said it, it goes without saying that move speed is premium. It's the best. And and we like Grass said it as well. Yes, movement speed is still the best thing in the game, I think. Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you're faster, you can kite, you can run people down, you can dance around slow melee users, kite forever, movement speed's the best. It's true.
Yep.
Yeah, that is true. Okay, more questions.
There's a reason
we
why movement speed lightfoots with movement speed rolls are going for like keys. Because
Really?
everyone wants to build movement speed.
Keys?
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
key?
Mhm.
Probably.
Holy.
Jesus
Double movement speed roll
Christ.
is like 2-3
Imagine getting
keys.
like 20 move speed boots. Yeah, it's just busted. You could probably get higher than that.
For a key? That's crazy. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Shit.
Yeah,
Fucking rich people, man. Damn.
Smith built a rogue gear set that basically had maxed out movement speed with daggers up, plus like 150 HP on a rogue.
Jesus.
Tyrax says, "What new spells do you think Warlock could get to be more desired in teams?" I have an idea, but I'd love to hear you guys.
Don't say it.
What?
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch and no.
Oh, okay.
Eldrick. Von Liechtenstein. No. Anti-magic.
That's such a good movie.
Anti-magic
you seen
bubble
that
or
movie?
shell. What?
I know
Knight's
you've seen that
Tale?
movie.
Knight's Tale?
Yeah.
Have you seen A Knight's Tale?
Jay?
Nope.
You should watch
No.
it. It's pretty dope. You know the anti-magic shell? It's like a bubble of magic reduction I think it's Death Knight in World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if Warlock could cast a big anti-magic bubble that stops like spell projectiles, something like that, and it lasts like 5 seconds or something like that, and you get 3 of them or something. I don't know, or maybe it costs like 5, 6, 7 health.
I think Warlocks need AoE.
I'm not talking about
That's fine.
anti-magic shield for itself or individual casting. I'm talking a full-on bubble, like a bubble
He's talking
shield.
AMZ.
Yeah, like a big bubble shield that all your team can stand in. Like a Halo
from,
bubble shield, exactly right. Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah,
Damn.
yeah, you guys got it. That's what I'm referring to, like a dome. Yeah.
You would just make
Sorry,
it
yeah, not a bubble.
anti-wizard.
Dome is the correct word. Yeah, my apologies.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. It'd be really strong though.
Yeah, anti-magic zone. Yeah, I think that'd be sick.
Just the
Be
F
good.
you to wizards.
Warlock just needs something that's like multi-target possible, I think.
Like what?
Yeah,
Like an AoE or something.
What
They
if they
have-
changed Hydra so that each Hydra head could shoot different targets instead of all of them on one target?
Wouldn't be the worst.
Yeah.
Probably be a little
Try it
better.
out.
Or what if there was like a firewall that could stop people from advancing on you, and if they do decide to run through it, they take significant damage. But once they're through it,
easy.
it's whatever.
Flame Walker for that, right? Kind of the same thing.
Yeah, that's true.
They could
Yeah.
have like a bouncing dot, yeah. They could have it be like well, it's from WoW, but it's Wandering Plague, where it's like when you're close to somebody, it has a chance to spread to them. You know?
Or
Yeah.
who's the fire dude in Brand in League of Legends? His alt, where you cast it on someone and the fireball
Like
bounces.
back and forth. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of sick. But I feel like that'd be so strong though.
It just depends on how much
Lower
damage it
damage
does.
or something. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it
Yeah,
could
well, I think
be.
we've-
It depends though. Like, what if you're like in a very small space in the crypts and there's no way to spread out?
Well, if you're 3 stacked for a chain lighting, bro, it's just part of the
Yeah.
game.
Okay. You're
Yeah,
right. No, you're
yeah.
right. Good call. Your call. Okay. Good call.
I think we've all collectively decided we do not want like class alts in this game, right?
No, no alts. Yeah, alts are silly.
That'd be too much, dude.
Not for this game. It's fun to use an ultimate, but it doesn't work here.
Yeah.
All right, chat. Keep the questions coming. What you guys got for us? Let's see here. Corpse explode. That'd be kind of sick.
Diablo 4 enjoyer.
Have you guys
Yeah.
seen the newest gameplay videos of Path of Exile 2? The new mercenary
I
video?
haven't.
Holy shit. It makes Diablo 4 look like a 12-year-old fucking made it alone. It's
Yeah.
PoE 2 is so much better looking than Diablo 4 that it's actually laughable. There's a boss in the mercenary video where this like undead fat like woman comes out and she has these like giant scissors and she is like can't wait to castrate you, and she starts chasing you down, and as you DPS her a little bit, she rips her stomach open and a fetus spills out of her and starts attacking you. And it's called the Unwanted One.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
All right.
And she's
Little
like trying to
disgusting.
fucking
Bloodborne
chop
shit.
you, and it's fucking insane. And the crossbow that the mercenary use you can change the way it operates, so it can be like a shotgun or a sniper rifle or even like a fucking AR-15, like shooting bolts out like a fucking assault rifle.
Here's my problem with Path of Exile is I open up like the character skill menu, or however you put your like points into your character, and it gives me a fucking headache. Like they got to make that thing a little bit more accessible.
Yeah, that's
That's-
one shitty thing about Path of Exile. Like the new player experience is overwhelming. They gotta
Yeah.
dumb it down and make it a little easier for new folks going to PoE 2.
Yeah,
Isn't
it
that
is a
what they're
lot.
focusing on?
Sorry?
You said
I
what?
thought they said that they were like hard focusing on making it more accessible. PoE
I hope so.
compared to-
There we
I
go.
hope so.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Good. Maybe we do a
Yeah, I also have the
podcast for that
same
game too.
problem.
I can't wait
I
for
had the
that
same
game.
problem with PoE 1.
We
Yeah.
call our PoE podcast the Exilist Path. No, okay. Just
The
brainstorming here, guys.
Pathcast.
The Pathcast. There you go.
That's dumb. Okay, let's
Yeah,
pretend I
no,
didn't
we
say
don't need
that.
to.
I'm
That's got
sorry.
to be trademarked.
Yeah, PoE 2 has WASD movement as well, so you can like walk backwards and shoot and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, oh yeah, can't
That's
wait.
kind of tight. How's it gonna work though with all the hotkeys? Well, I don't know.
Well,
God,
the
I
hotkey-
hate it. That's why I hated Diablo, having to move with a goddamn mouse.
Yeah, it sucks. I use WASD to move my camera in League of Legends. People think I'm crazy, but I do.
Disgusting.
It's easier.
Yeah.
And then fucking slamming your fucking mouse pointer. And have you ever tried it? How do you guys know? Whenever you're trying to slam your fucking mouse pointer to move the camera to the direction you want to go, fuck that. I'd rather be able to use my mouse independently from the camera and click on whatever I want as I'm WASDing.
Who is this guy?
I mean, you guys know me. I have like the weirdest hotkeys on every game. So
This guy plays Dark Souls with a keyboard. All right, we'll leave it there.
I do. I play Dark Souls and Elden Ring with a keyboard and mouse. Yeah, that's true. It's true.
Yeah. I don't know.
Here
That's
we go.
cool, though. That definitely changed. That like completely changes like how you play the game, though. Is it only WASD movement or is it both?
I think you can choose.
Probably do
Path of
both.
Exile. Probably
you can
both.
choose. Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting.
Zero asks, what kind of stages do you want to see for PvP Arena? Should you have to use base kit or have PvP specific gear? Definitely not PvP specific gear. Hell no. But how do you think Arena would look? Like you bring in a kit, and if you farm a kit in the regular game, and then you go in with the gear, and if you die and lose it.
I would be perfectly fine with Arena just being a test server.
I
the
don't think
beginning.
I don't
So
think
then
there
you
should
just
be
get
any
data.
loot involved.
Sorry, Lindstrom?
I don't think there should be any loot involved. Maybe you can gain something from playing it, like in the actual game, like Arena is gonna do in Tarkov. But I
Yeah.
don't think you should be able to bring gear in there or like lose gear.
Yeah, it would have to have pretty like even gear. However they do it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Because if you're just stat checking people, then it's kind of like, what's the point? But
All right, well, okay, so there's white and gray lobbies, and then there's high roller, which is green and above, but no one uses greens. What if Arena is just the green gear mode?
Sure.
That'd be
good
kind
one.
of sick. Everyone's just in greens.
Well,
I
so,
know- I
like,
know it would
this
never
green
happen.
loose trousers for 2 keys, dude.
Yeah,
No
I know it
way.
would never happen, and it's a silly suggestion, but I don't know. I'm kind of down.
Yeah, you'd have to have
Yeah.
like preset gear for sure.
That'd be kind of cool. Any talk of a character to character trade window, even for a higher fee or a time gate, would be good for solo players. I'm not really sure. Like, are you talking like in the dungeon, like you're in the Goblin Caves and you see another dude and you could trade with them? Because you can just drop shit, right? Or kill the guy. Like, why is someone going to adhere to a trade window?
I assume it means like trade
That'd be weird.
yourself, possibly.
Oh, your own characters. Oh, okay. Sorry,
Wait,
I
you could, like,
that
trade your
completely went over
character to
my
your
head. That went over my head. Yes,
No.
sorry. I see what you're saying now. Trading
Swap
to.
between your characters.
All right, I'm a
Oh,
dumbass.
oh,
I
okay,
get it
okay,
now.
okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
Sure. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
You can still do it right now. It's just an extra step, so why not?
I mean, it sucks like getting on Discord and be like, "Hey, can someone hop on the game super quick so I can transfer 1,200 gold really fast or a bunch of candy canes?" And you have to like wait for a buddy to get on and do the thing, and I don't know. Yeah, I think
Just put a fee on it. You know.
Yeah,
you know,
fee to-
20 gold fee,
to trade would be fun.
something like that.
Yeah.
I'm down with that.
They just make stash spaces shared, like eventually. I think that would be way better
Stash shared.
between our characters.
Make like a specific window for it, or your entire stash is shared.
Your entire stash is shared, I think.
I don't know about
And
that.
make
That might
make you
kinda
able
suck.
to get more stash spaces, like easier.
Okay, how about
requesting
this? If
Sure.
you have to purchase the shared stash, like you buy the 3,000 one and the 10,000 one, maybe there's a 15,000 shared stash one that you can buy. Sure, I could see something like that. But then that's a fucking grind and a half. It's not that bad though. You can get rich pretty quick now in HR.
I also think quests should be shared, but not crafts and stuff. Like you shouldn't be able to swap character and see a different roll of crafts like you can now if you did complete the quest on different character. But
Oh,
if
yeah.
they made the quest account bound and then didn't allow you to do that, I think that would be better.
That'd be
as well.
huge for like just quality of life. Yeah.
It's very hard to do some of the quests right now on certain classes.
That's true.
I don't know if you've tried to get like the spider silk and stuff, or like the troll pet that you need looted in a match.
Yeah, but I think there's going to be a monumental shift in the game right now and with questing when solos, duos, and trios can go into any map. When a 3-piece can go kill the cave troll together, that's going to be amazing. It's going to change stuff. It's going to change farming as
Yeah.
well. So I don't think we
Yeah,
have to
sure.
worry about that for much longer.
Makes sense.
Bless you.
Thanks, Dad.
Awesome.
Okay. Excuse me. Trio Goblin Caves is such a stupid idea. Oh, you gotta let them cook.
Nah.
You gotta let
I
them
think
cook,
it'd be
man.
sick, honestly.
I'm excited for it too. I think it's gonna be fun. I think trios on runes is gonna be fun too, and solo runes. I think that's gonna be exciting.
Solo runes is gonna be 16 rogues, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, what
you're
do you
right.
guys think about the gold only being on runes? I think it should be like the highest tier of craft match should be gated behind the high roller, if anything, and like
Yeah.
in the
Gold only in High Roller, but on any map.
Yeah, why not?
I think they should completely randomize that shit so you don't know where all the gold and stuff is.
Yeah, exactly. There
opinion.
shouldn't be like hotspots for like mining nodes, but definitely the points of interest for like certain chests or mini bosses. Yeah, I get that, but make the nodes totally random. I agree.
Well, it's also like if you can go in and get 50 gold ore in one game, right? Like the economy is just blowing up because of that shit. Way too much money.
Yeah, there's a lot of servers and people abuse those.
Yep.
And when the highest tier math is in like that, like not in Inferno, in HR, it's very accessible.
Yeah, and it's a rogue heaven on top of that, which rogue is already the gold making class, and then you're gonna give them their own map with like the highest gold per hour. Questionable.
Yeah, I agree. It is questionable. Not like this, Joe says the economy often becomes more expensive as wipe goes on. Would limiting the upper cost of what an item can sell, of course, would limiting the upper cost of what an item can sell for make sense? Either directly limit prices on every item, or through systems like being able to craft a gold key, for instance, with gold ingots. I don't know how you directly limit prices on a player-driven economy, but yes, I think that if you could make a golden key out of a certain amount of gold ingots or something like that, and maybe some other reagent, like a intact skull or something like that. I'm just throwing out a random item. Then yeah, I think that could be a slight fix, but I don't know if it would completely fix an economy tumbling out of control as the wave goes on. Do you guys?
Well, I actually have a good point here. It's my my weekly Escape from Tarkov reference. They see how they have the auction house, the flea market on Tarkov.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, you pay a fee to put anything on there. If you put like a really minute item, like I don't know. I think Jay's effing.
Oh shit! You're
blue.
effing Jay.
Oh.
Let's give the man a minute. Hold that thought, Donnie.
No worries.
Jay.
I can hear you. You can keep going. I'm just trying to fix this shit.
Cool. All right, go for it.
If you put like a really regular item for an insane amount of money, there's a certain amount of fees attached with every item. It makes the fees exorbitant to like put it at like
like a bigger fee for like gold ingots or selling keys.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's how they kind of regulate it, but it still inflates regardless.
This is in what games? Tarkov?
Tarkov, yeah. It's the fee. Like there's a fee for everything you put on the flea market.
Yeah.
That's actually not a bad idea. Yeah.
Well, it takes like the average price or whatever, right? And then if you're super far over it, then it taxes the shit out of you.
Yeah, where basically you're making no money doing it, so you're better off just putting it at a normal price.
And the way they get around that is bartering, but you can't do that in this game.
Yeah, wouldn't they just be able to trade to each other though, like communicating through Discord or like other like third-party websites?
Yeah, but they'd have to player drop it, right?
And then you got guys like Lord Collector who've got a whole reason to stream the game and do cool stuff like that. So I think that's fine.
Right. 1 second. Okay. Someone mentioned a photo he got from the devs yesterday. Did he get permission to show us? Did I mention a photo I got from the devs? I don't think I ever mentioned that. What you talking about, Nordo? We'll talk about something similar at the end of the podcast.
Got STF's feet pics, dude. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
With the jujitsu mats under them dogs barking, dude.
They moved into a new studio. They got a new spot. They're not in the jiu-jitsu studio anymore.
Yeah, did you see the picture of it? I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, there's a picture of the office?
I guess.
Oh, shit.
One on Discord or some shit? I don't know.
Oh, fuck.
I haven't looked.
I'll check it out later. I'll look for it. That's cool. Zero Dragow says dwarves should have some sort of mining-related skill or something, like faster mining. That's actually
Are we doing dwarves?
Sick.
Have dwarves been confirmed?
Basically. They're basically confirmed. They want to experiment, man. I imagine a dwarf barbarian with a big double axe, dude.
No, dude, not even that. Imagine a super quick like dwarf rogue coming in and out on you. dude, it's gonna be rough.
Yeah, but they're gonna have really hard times with headshots. So I mean, there's gonna be some balance associated. But yeah, and they're gonna be easier to headshot. I think.
Okay. All right. Fuck it. I mean, I'm down. Let's experiment. I'm down. But if it's busted, let's not be afraid to take it out of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
it was implemented in a good way.
Yeah.
Let's hear.
Yeah.
It was actually good.
Tumble meta.
Yeah,
Or
15%
Tumble
headshot reduction damage on Lizard was a good move. I'm happy they did that.
Yeah.
They needed to. Make dwarves
It's
slower.
not
I mean,
viable.
yeah. Making dwarves slower makes sense. Average movement speed for humanoid in D&D is 30 feet in a round, but a dwarf can only move 25 feet because they're shorter. They got, they're a little shorter. So
You know what it's gonna be? It's just gonna be Repose playing a rogue, jumping around, spamming his spacebar at people, jumping and just stabbing people in the head. That's what it's gonna be, dude. I'm gonna tune into Jay's stream. I'm gonna get disgusted, absolutely sick to my stomach, and I'm gonna tune out, dude. I'm gonna be like, this is gross.
You kidding me, dude? I'm gonna be a little dwarf wizard. Have fun headshotting me. You can't even see me past my magic missiles, dude. You know? Fireball, I'm completely covered.
Oh god.
Mavi
It's funny if they do it. Why not?
Mavi Boy in my chat has an interesting thing that he just brought up. What do you think about, or a good question, what do you think about a map where teams spawn separated? Imagine a labyrinth map where everyone starts separated and you have to find your team slowly through the labyrinth.
Oh god.
That would be fucking crazy and kind of fun.
Yeah, why not?
It'd be intense, but I feel like that'd be kind of fun. I don't know.
That'd be interesting, I guess.
Yeah, that'd be kind of sick. I love how I just read chats and people are like, agreed, this would be fucking sick. And then someone's like, that's fucking terrible. Just like, it's so funny, the tastes that people have. I love it. I love the internet. I love you chats. You guys are the best. Never change, you motherfuckers. Never change. Okay, let's get a couple more questions, and then we'll do a slight little announcement, and then we will call it for the night. Let's see here. What you guys got? Two more.
I'm gonna change now. Shout out to you, dude. Shout out to you, Scrub, dude.
Nice, Scrub. Let's see. My cat is actually a cow.
Okay.
Asks, what do you think about them adding fishing to the game for the areas of the map that have water? They can make it so they're only able to eat them after cooking it under the campfire. This would cater to players without health potions or bandages.
I mean,
they would definitely
know.
be players that would fucking fish. They'd bring in a pole and they'd fucking hang out in the dungeon.
yeah.
And then those same fucking players would bitch if some player came up and killed them. I'm just fucking fishing, man. I'm peaceful. What the fuck? They complain. They would complain
water.
so much. Yeah, fishing in the fake water.
I think fishing has been enjoyable in any game that I've tried.
Yeah, I fucking hate
I like
fishing in video
fishing.
games. It sucks.
It's all right.
Hey, you're from Texas, dude. Of course you like fishing.
No, he
Okay,
likes
I'll say
boar
this.
hunting out of a helicopter. What are you talking about?
True.
Yeah, come on. I love freedom. All right. That's
Get
what
her
I'm
done.
into.
Right? Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, I don't know if that has a place in Dark and Darker though. I do like fishing, but like that just feels like a very MMO-y kind of like tacked on thing, you know? Do we really
Yeah.
do that in Dark and Dark? Like the whole point is like go get treasure and kill each other.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
If
I
I
don't know,
can't
maybe.
ticket, then I'm not interested. You know,
what is that?
excuse me.
you
Yeah.
just don't play RuneScape, Donnie. Who would
I
know?
don't play RuneScape. I was not a RuneScape kid. I remember every time I loaded up RuneScape, I got to the point where I started killing cows, and I was like, "What the fuck am I doing with my life?" And I logged off.
Every time I tried to
Yeah.
play RuneScape, I felt like my vision was getting worse and that I was going to go fucking blind looking at that fucking trash heap of a game. That's
Hey, RuneScape is
Yeah.
amazing.
Is it a
okay?
fun game? Sure, but it looks like someone wiped their ass
It's beautiful.
and then put it on the fucking computer monitor. Okay? That's what it looks
is
like.
beautiful.
I actually like the aesthetic of RuneScape. I think it's got
You
like,
can
a
have
really
it.
charming aesthetic.
You
You
can
know,
have it, dude.
I just
I
the game
almost
to me is just
resubbed
so
last
boring.
night. I
Really?
was so close. Yeah, I was looking at my quest list on my hardcore Iron Man. I'm like, fuck. I really want to do all this shit.
I love how I
Really
make
not.
one statement about a game looking bad, and I obviously play games for the graphics. So fucking people are so black and white, man. It's either left or right or up or down. There's no middle ground on the internet, boys. Just to let you know. Just to let you know. Yeah. Anyway.
Dark and Dark is a perfect blend of RuneScape and Tarkov. Kinda. Does it have RuneScape?
You gotta listen to some
type stuff in
Sea
it?
Shanty too, Donnie. That'll get you to play.
Sea Shanty too.
Yep.
I do like RuneScape, dude.
You know.
I was just a poor little kid, and like my mom was like, "You want money for video games?" Because like I feel like you had to like be a member on RuneScape to get like the full experience, right?
Yep.
What was the sub fee?
Yeah,
Back then, dude, it was like $8 or something.
Oh, okay.
yeah, my mom
Back
was
in the
not about
day.
to give me money when I was like 10 years old.
It's
for
now like
fucking
$15.
RuneScape.
They increased it over the years. Wow.
Yeah, dude. Oh yeah. It's way more.
Shit.
I just
$5 a month is not that bad. That's not that bad.
Yeah, but it's 15 now.
That's a little.
That was back in the day.
Yeah. What were you
The
saying,
thing about
Don?
RuneScape is you can just buy bonds. What you get from you buy it with money, you know, and typically farm enough money.
Interesting. Okay. And pay with in-game bonds. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, nobody really pays the sub these days, unless you're on a hardcore or something, or an Ironman.
Interesting. What were you saying, Donnie?
I forget. I just never got into it as a kid. Like I would have always played free to play, and you know I'm like 10 years old. My mom's gonna be like, "You want money for an online video?" Like, no, dummy. Like, go play something else. So,
I mean, I just had
a
a different experience. When I was a kid, I had a fucking shitty computer with 56K modem and AOL 3.0 and StarCraft. Like, that was it. And then it was like you played Super Nintendo or N64. I grew up playing like GoldenEye as a kid, right? I was just different generations. So by the time RuneScape came around, I was just over that shit. Like, I just played other stuff, did other shit. I missed it. I'm sure if I was like close to your guys' age, a little younger, I probably would have gotten heavy into RuneScape, but I think I just missed that boat, generationally speaking. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'm
You've
crazy.
just never been MSB'd into an AGS spec before. It's cool. You just don't know.
Yeah, no,
Words with your mouth, indeed.
Yep.
I just
Should make you feel
also.
alive.
How about you guys? But when I was a kid, I was fucking dumb. Like I did not understand that game at all. I just walked around. I remember you could cook fish. Remember that? You go to town. You could change your clothes.
Sorry, to attack something, do you have to click a sword and then click the thing like you're clicking back and forth? There's not
You just click them.
Okay, you can just click them.
I
would watch a stream of like a RuneScape player, and they'd go up to fight a mob, and they'd go and click a sword thing in a menu, then click the mob, and then go back and click the sword, and then click another mob instead of like hotkeys and shit. I was just so confused by that. It just seemed terrible to
They're
me.
hitting like 3-way switches, you know, maybe a little 8-way switch.
Yeah, dude.
Pulling out the DDS into the AGS into the Abbey whip.
That's what I was gonna say.
Into the Ice Barrage real quick.
Lindstrom, did you play this game, Lindstrom? Did you play this shit?
No.
What?
I'm too young for that.
How old are you? How old are you,
Lindstrom?
Lindstrom?
20.
What?
20?
Oh, I
Oh
didn't
my
know
god,
that. I
shit.
didn't know you're that young.
How old do you think I am? Or...
70?
Oh, you're
No,
like
I'm just
24 or
kidding. No.
something.
Yeah, I thought mid-20s. 20s, that's
No.
pretty young.
Oh, why you say I like, oh, at 24, dude, that's young. What do you mean?
Dude, he's 20. You can hear him gaming
Yeah,
right now
that's
every time
young.
his mic goes off.
All right.
Dude, I was graduating high school when you were born.
That's disgusting.
God
I just say
damn.
that shit
Fuck
out loud.
me, dude. I could be your dad if I
God.
fucked up in high school.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay.
You know what makes me feel fucking old? Is whenever you turn on sports and you realize like the guys like in the NFL now are like younger than me. So I'm 25. And I'll see dudes balling on TV, just absolute studs making millions. And they're like, this guy's 22 years old. I'm like, this motherfucker. How dare you? Like,
And they
Well, it's
they
not
look
fair.
like fucking men too. They look like
yeah,
straight warriors.
jacked, just
Yeah.
Adonises. Yeah,
Fucking genetics. God
that's the
damn it.
rough one.
Some people get really good fucking character roles, good ability scores whenever they're born. And then some people get a bunch of 10s and 11s. Fuck.
And I chose cheeseburgers. They chose hard work.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Chose Gears of War 1.
Choices of-
Ruined my life.
Ryan 6 days a week is here. What's up, Ryan? Good to see you, brother. Thank you for the raid. Ryan, give us our final question of the night. What you got? I'm gonna put you on the spot, fool. What you got for us? Final question. Let's see what you got. Yeah, no pressure, dude. Yeah, no pressure at all. You missed the first part, so this might be a repeat. We'll give you the repeat. That's okay. I feel like that's all right. But
Here's a quick one.
okay. Oh, go ahead.
Oh.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, what's the average age of dad players? I'm gonna go mid-20s.
26.
Yeah, I'd say so.
26 years old. That's my guess.
I'm 24.
Yeah, upper ends of 20s, I think.
Yeah, I realize there's a lot of guys who probably play this game like 16, 17. They probably like lower the curve. I would
Right.
imagine.
Exactly.
Probably.
Yeah, I would say average age is like 23, 24, probably.
What was Ryan's question?
He says, I missed the first part, so this might be a repeat, but since Lindstrom is here, is ranged in general a problem in Dark and Darker, or are the melee players just complaining? Lindstrom, bring it home. What you think, man?
Yes, the melee players, or like the melee characters right now, are very like bad compared to the range.
Okay, are you saying skill-wise, or like range is just too strong?
Like you can't do much to play. If you jump into a wizard now, you get two-shot by their magic missiles, and they cast it in 0.1 second.
Right, so you're saying that right now melee players are at a disadvantage overall compared to ranged.
Barbarian doesn't really have a way to get on the wizard if he plays correctly, and he has a team right around him that can use peel. Invis pots are very underused. It's a very OP thing in the game, and I think they need to be removed. It's very underused by people, but it's so fucking strong.
It is strong. I think Invispots with Barbarian is incredibly strong and very fun, and you can make some amazing plays. But typically, it only really works if you can bait people into a room. A lot of the fucking issue right now is people stand on this side of the door and the other team stands on this side of the door, and people fling spells and bolts and arrows back and forth until someone gets fucking over it and bored, or the Darkstorm closes in and they have no choice but to move.
Yeah, they play traps. They just sit back, have a healer, like Cleric. Yeah, it's very boring.
And if there's a Warlock on that team, the Hydra abuse and just being able to stay alive forever, you can send all your fireballs and zaps at them, and if they survive it, they just keep healing off that Hydra and blocking the door and holding the door with Hydra. What are you supposed to do? I mean, yeah, you can jump over the Hydra, but you're going to take a lot of damage when you do.
Yep. The only way to effectively play melee right now is Invis spots, except for Rogue, because they have a built-in Invis, but they also use Invis spots because it cannot be revealed by Light Orb for some reason. Like, it still cannot be revealed by Light Orb. It's a very stupid mechanic.
Really?
You think light orb should break invis?
Oh,
Like
yes.
Wizard invis and invis pots?
I don't like Invis as a mechanic in the game at all. It's not fun to get one tapped out of Invis. And,
Yeah, I jumped on my rogue and I landed on another rogue and he instantly two-shot me earlier.
That sucks.
Like 0.1 seconds, I'm dead. Can't even do anything. So.
What if invisibility or stealth in the game was more like how like the invisibility but invisibility of like Predator in the movie Predator worked, where you can like kind of see like a shimmery outline?
That would be better, yes.
I feel like people would abandon Rogue so hard if that was the case.
Well, they just need to rework Rogue in general to not be as hard reliant on Invis.
I think
to be more of a skirmish class.
Yeah, I think people would totally ditch Rogue if that was the case.
I think people would just get really good at seeing the invis is the problem.
People would, yes,
really train
it would
your eyes,
trivialize it.
so then it wouldn't even matter.
It wouldn't be used. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you would have to like capitalize on moving when no one's looking type stuff.
Yes.
Truly.
Yeah. And obviously, if you stand
if there was
still,
a shimmer, then I don't know about revealing them anymore. If that was the case.
Right. Yeah. I don't think there's anything else in chat that I'm seeing. We've been going for close to 2 hours now. And it's like, what, fucking almost 6 in the morning for you? It's your bedtime, Lindstrom.
Yeah.
It's like 5 in the morning for you. dude, thanks so much for joining us, man.
Yeah,
Thank you for having me.
You are
That's
a
fun.
fucking legend. You have your own goddamn weapon in the lobby. I mean, it doesn't get much more badass than that, dude. You will go down in history as one of the OGs.
All right. Thank you.
Of course, yeah. We do roundtable discussions every like 5 or 6 episodes. When we do another one down the line, it'd be great to have you on.
Yeah, I'll for sure be down to come again.
Awesome.
Bet.
So what I didn't really want to say anything about this, but I figured it'd be an injustice to not bring it up for one simple fact. And I'll get to that in a second. But we did speak with SDF and Terrence at Iron Mace. They're the 2 big wigs over at Iron Mace. And they are ready to come on the podcast, which is very exciting. I don't know exactly when. It could be very, very soon. I don't know if both SDF and Terrence are coming on or if it's just Terrence. I don't want to say when yet because I don't have a confirmation. The reason why I bring it up, though, is because we have a subreddit. I'm going to show it to you right here. Here's our subreddit, r/the Darkest Hour podcast. I would feel awful if I did not give you guys the opportunity to ask your questions and have us be your voice in a Q&A, because that's what the podcast should be. If we have a platform to the point where the devs are willing to come on, I want to give you guys the opportunity to ask your questions. Doing the Q&A every podcast every week is one of the best parts of the fucking podcast, right? So please go ahead and join that subreddit and ask some questions. I'm not going to make a post for it. I want if you have a question, make an individual post so that it stands out more. And I will take the questions and put them in a notepad or something like that. The good ones. If the question sucks, I'm just going to fucking ignore it. Sorry, dudes. But if the question's good and isn't trolly and makes sense, then I will do my best. Jay will do his best. Donnie will do his best to ask those questions. After we get our questions out of the way first, we're selfish, okay? But not completely selfish. After we're done with our questions, we'll dig into audience questions with Terrence and or
Succubus
SDF.
skin win.
I already know what Jay's gonna ask about that damn elf.
Exactly.
Yes, I am.
Exactly.
Yes, I am. First of all, I'm
Booba
going to ask what they
Slider.
modeled it after.
So yeah, I would typically keep something like that kind of quiet, but I don't want to find out that they want to come on next week and not have the opportunity to ask the audience to get into the subreddit and ask those questions. I don't want to miss out on that. So gonna just announce it now. SDF and or Terrence are coming soon as guests. So get your questions into the r/the Darkest Hour podcast subreddit. That's all I have to say
all
about
I'm gonna
that.
say is if they do add dwarf, my female dwarf better have a beard or like the ability to have some facial hair. Okay.
That's
I think
hilarious.
that's very apparent.
I mean, it's lore accurate, bro. They do have beards.
Dang right.
Let's see here.
No, that's awesome. Very exciting. Shout out to the devs and stuff. So it should be fun.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
It's very cool for you
Nordo.
guys to get that opportunity.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. Yeah,
Yeah, for
it's
real.
super
You
cool.
deserve it.
Thank you. Nordo, no, it's a different thing that they mentioned, but we won't talk about that.
I totally won't
Okay.
leak the DMs after this.
Yeah, don't do
Trust.
that. Thank you.
Mom, more Hot Pocket. We are not devs, bro. We can't fix anything.
Thank
Fix
you,
the
Plebber.
game right
Poor guys
now,
asked
Jay.
us to fix the friends list about
Plebber, you're
a
the
billion
man.
times.
Thank you very much. Yeah, Jay is actually, I mean, Jay's half Korean, so he flies out to the Iron Mace office a lot to
Yep.
see his family. He's related to half of the
All
dev team.
complimentary, dude.
Yeah.
Every flight
His
is like
dad.
50 collector edition sales, so you
Yeah.
better buy the game.
First class in Korean Airlines. Yeah.
Yep.
You go get Korean barbecue and japchae with the devs. You give them your feedback, and then they get right to work to make sure that whatever Jay says goes.
Yep.
Yep, it's true.
They're not even my suggestions. They're pulled out of the elite super secret, executive section of the Elite Discord.
That's right. Okay. Donnie, where can people find you on the internet?
I streamed at Donnie on Twitch, and I have some YouTube videos you can go check out. Yeah.
Okay. Beautiful. Mr. Griffia?
Jay Griffey on Twitch and YouTube and Twitter.
Beautiful. Mr. Lindstrom?
Lindstrom on Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter.
Lindstrom. Beautiful. And I am at Soma on everything except for YouTube. It's at _Soma. That's where you can catch this podcast and a new D&D campaign that I'm playing with some friends. It's 5th edition. My buddy Wiko, another dad player. I met him through Dark and Darker. He's our dungeon master. He's like a hardcore old school DM that like speaks Elvish. Like the guy's a fucking Omega nerd. It's pretty amazing. If you're into D&D and the game that inspired Dark and Darker, you can check that out. We just had episode 4 go up a couple of days ago. It's nerdy shit. It's not going to be for everyone, but it's fun. So check it out. Beyond that, we will be live on Tuesday, I believe the 19th. What's the date? Next Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday the 19th. I don't know if we're going to have a guest. If not, it's just going to be Donnie, Jay, and I doing a full Q&A hangout. Little, pre-Christmas, pre-holiday hangout with you guys. Or we might have a guest. We'll find out. But beyond that, thanks for bearing with us, for being late this week. I know we're a couple days past when we typically go live and upload the video. Sorry about that. We'll see you guys Tuesday. Have a lovely rest of your night, a lovely rest of your week, a great weekend. And we will see you guys soon. Peace out.
Bye.
Goodbye.
See you.
Peace.